2014, the Kallang Stadium car parks once again was converted into racing circuits, venue for the mobile Bridgestone Tour de Singapore Rally 99. This is the 10th mobile rally with Bridgestone co-sponsoring for the first time. The rally saw a surge in the number of new entrants and some regular racers of the circuit. The race was flagged off at 8:15 a.m. by Mr. Tom Duback of Mobile and Mr. Tony Alford of Bridgestone. Leading the entourage was the winner from last year's rally, Ian Lee. After warming up their engines, the cars headed into various car parks for the race. The first race of the day saw Ian Lee, defending champion of the rally, in his Subaru Impreza WRX on circuit B1. With an unfortunate run-out of last week's Super Sprint, Ian was out to perform. The rally consisted of drivers from 7 classes, racing on 8 circuits throughout the day. Co-driver Liao Chin Min in the Subaru Impreza WRX in number 15 had an excellent morning on the first 4 circuits. They made no mistakes on the course and went in every corner aggressively. Travis So and navigator Donovan Tan had a great morning too, burning the tracks in a Subaru WRX. Terrence, who held the fastest time in last week's sprint, showed the same enthusiasm and determination. On the other hand, Ian Lee and co-driver Lee In-soo did not have luck on their side. Though he clocked excellent times on his first two races and became a crowd favorite, his brakes locked up and he mounted a curve on circuit F1. That was enough to put him out of the race completely. Here's a look at some of the spills as tension grew on the drivers.
Okay.
Auto Vision caught up with TV Peter Possum-Bond, who looked like he could give the other racers a run for their money.
What tires to put on the car? Is the rain going to come or is it going to stay away? So we're sitting here trying to decide what to do. This is the choices we have now. This is what we call an intermediate tyre that we'll use when the conditions could be wet or dry or a little bit of both. And this one is a totally dry tyre. Now what I've got to decide now is whether I go for the totally dry tyre and the weather stays as it is, or whether I go for the intermediate again and risk it, see how it goes. Because this won't be as fast in the dry, but it'll be okay if it rains. This one will be fantastic in the dry, but if it rains, it's dangerous.
Van Lin ran a flat tire on his first run in circuit V1. tire change took a little longer than expected, and he was slapped with a 100-second penalty for reporting late for his next race. Though a strong contender, the penalty set him and co-driver Leon Young back a great deal. Circuit F2 ran into problems early in the day when a car broke its gearbox and leaked oil over the course. This caused a 45-minute delay on Circuit F2. A relatively new face on the circuit was Andrew Goh, driving a Subaru Impreza WRX. He started the day conservatively, especially with the wet conditions, but grew in confidence and raced more aggressively as the day progressed. By midday, he looked set to be placed in the top 5 positions. Like an event for motoring enthusiasts, also had go-karts and radio-controlled car tryouts, making it a fun-filled day for both young and old. Over at Circuit C1, Brian Willock and co-driver Rushdie Arshad had a lucky run in the morning. did not register their run, so they had to repeat the course. This means that despite the spill, Brian was a happy man. Jeff Beaumont and co-driver Roger Anders in their Mitsubishi Evolution 5 had their bad runs too. After their spills, Jeff and Anders got back on track and were in their usual plan. Jeff, runner-up in this rally for the past 3 years, was also a favorite of the race. Started to take off on circuits F1 and 2, finishing in good times. The long streak of closers helped cut the timings. Aggressive driver and one whom most racers were looking out for was Peter Possum-Bourne from New Zealand. Together with co-driver Ian Schwa, they were the pair of the day. Peter burned rubber on all circuits, determined to finish ahead of competition. Spinning wildly on the turns and attacking every corner, his runs were fluid without serious glitches. on Ultra Vision, we featured the mobile Bridgestone Tour de Singapore Rally 1999. Here's a quick recap before the conclusion to the rally. The afternoon circuit patterns proved just as challenging as the first half of the day.
It's very tricky, the circuit. If you go just a little bit too fast, you slip past the apex of the corner and you lose time. So it's quite difficult just to get the car placed nicely on the road. I found the very first one this morning, A, I think it is, or B1 or whatever it is. It was very difficult because the waterfall barriers are leaking water onto the track, so some bits are dry, some are wet. Scary.
Here are some of the category winners and what they have to say. Lester Wong and Melvin Leong, driving in their front-wheel drive Honda Civic, took the competition and topped their categories and ranked 10th overall, giving the big boys a run for their money.
In the beginning, we have a bit of problem because when I turn certain corners, you don't understand. So we need times to get to know each other better, and after that, we did quite well.
Matthew Lee, president of SMSA, together with co-driver Paul Ng in a Honda Civic, topped their category.
Well, today's circuit was a mixture of what I would classify pretty much straightforward and tricky. All right, we had carpark B, which we call the small B. All right, that was, well, okay, without a navigator, I wouldn't have been able to negotiate that one. All right, carpark C was nice. F, very much straightforward. Left and right being just mirror images of each other.
Yeah, no, if you want to try and get one with you, get back.
And Donovan Tan, driving a Subaru Impreza WRX, had incredible runs in the afternoon.